Hey guys, Mike here. So today, I'm here to talk to you about 2003's The Last Samurai, starring Tom Cruise as Nathan Algren. In The Last Samurai, an American military advisor is captured by the samurai and embraces their culture. And so we have The Last Samurai. So guys, today's movie was requested by no one. This was just another one that I decided I wanted to watch. And I can't believe up until this point, I'd never seen this film before, despite having an amazing reputation. But I've watched it now, so what did I think of The Last Samurai? Well, I've heard that this movie was good, but I had no idea how amazing this film was going to be. First of all, Tom Cruise. I mean, I absolutely love Tom Cruise. He's probably one of the last movie stars that we've got left. Despite what you may think of him as a person, this guy always gives 110% to pretty much every project that he does. And this film was no exception. And I just loved his character in this film. The fact that he was this battle-hardened soldier who just seen too many things and just didn't really want to live anymore. Despite this, whenever he is in a battle, he always fights like his life depends on it and always gives everything to the fight. And it's just this conflict that he has that makes him such an engaging character. The fact that he's lost his will to live, but he hasn't lost his will to fight, which just makes him that much more interesting. And probably one of the biggest criticisms that someone could have for his character is that he's the white savior character who kind of comes in just to solve everyone's problems and is the hero just because he's white. And though at times it can play a little bit like that, for the most part that's just not his character at all. The only real significant things that he brings in an actual battle sense is knowledge of the other side. He knows their positioning, he knows their tactics, so he's a big help to them. But even without this information, they still probably would have done really well without him. And it's the fact that he doesn't train any of them either. It's quite the opposite. They spend all their time training him. And he shows that he is a competent warrior, but he's far from the best out of all of them. He does get better as the movie goes on, but even still, he's nowhere near as good as they are. Because it would have been really unrealistic for him to be better than them when he's only been training for like a year and they've been training for their whole lives. But at the same time, they don't make him look like a completely incompetent character, which makes him all the more interesting. But probably the most standout performance in this entire movie, not to say that Tom Cruise wasn't good, because, you know, he was really good in this, was easily Ken Watanabe. Now, Ken Watanabe is an actor who I haven't seen in that many things, but usually when he is in something, he does tend to elevate the movie a slight bit. Whether it's the Godzilla movies or Inception, he always manages to stand out. And this movie is definitely no exception. I was just blown away by this guy's performance. From his commanding presence to his emotional range, this was just an absolutely outstanding performance. And when I was watching, I was thinking, man, this performance deserves an Oscar nomination. And thankfully, he did receive one. Sadly, though, he didn't win, but he definitely deserved the nomination nonetheless. One part of the film which I thought was going to annoy me was when Tom Cruise was inevitably going to wear the samurai armor of the man that he, spoiler alert, kills in battle. I thought it was going to come across really cheesy and kind of unearned, but because this is such a really engaging and really well-told story, and you really believe the journey that this character takes getting to know these people and learn about their ways, by the time he actually does wear the armor, it just feels completely earned. It's just lucky that the armor actually fit him. But as well, this movie's not only good just from a storytelling perspective, the action as well was incredible. So the choreography, the effects, the way it fits into the story, everything about the action in this movie was just superb. And I thought it was going to be the best part about the film, but I would say it's just about as on par with everything else. Acting, choreography, storytelling, everything's just amazing in this film. And for a movie that's over 2.5 hours long, the time just rushes by, pretty much to the point where I actually could have watched another hour of this. And I thought it was interesting how The Last Samurai title takes on so many meanings throughout this whole story. From pretty much it being a group to an individual to a way of life, it just has so many meanings wrapped in these 3 little words. Overall, guys, The Last Samurai is just incredible. The acting, the storytelling, the choreography, the cinematography, the cultural impact that this movie had, everything is just incredible in The Last Samurai. And like I said, I just can't believe that I had not seen this one before, but do I think you guys should watch this one? Absolutely. If you have not seen The Last Samurai already, then you absolutely need to see this film. It has aged so well and it still looks amazing to this day. And if you haven't already watched them, then by God, you need to check out The Last Samurai. Okay guys, that's my review of The Last Samurai. Do you love it? Do you hate it? What do you think I should watch next? Whatever it is, drop it in the comments below. Until next time, I've been Michael. See ya.